Hey there, everybody there on YouTube land. This is Diablo Drago back again with a new video. This is What If Deku Had Ichigo's Powers? Sequel parts, because I forgot what number it is. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, in the last part done by my friend, Destroyer1997, check him out. He has great what ifs. He's got a few more what ifs now, which are actually pretty good. Check him out. And in the last part, Deku had proposed to Momo Yaoyorozu. Yeah, they hitched. Which is going to be pretty interesting. And, yeah. Now, let's get to the current story. It's a teacher's meeting at UA, and they have decided to put in place an idea that Nezu had gotten from Momo Yaoyorozu and Izuku Midoriya. The idea of a dorm system for all the students and it's attending UA High, and those who will continue attending, because of all the commotion, I'm sure a lot of students would have left, because of, with all the negative attention they've been getting, UA's been getting. And with this in play, all the students and parents do agree with the idea, and Deku's parents agree because they know it was Deku's idea, because Deku told them. And they agree with it because Deku can clearly take care of himself and protect all of his friends who are there as well. Momo's parents agree because Momo's parents agree, of course. Because, reasons. Yeah. They move into the dorms. They do the whole dorm room competition like normal, like in canon. And Deku and Momo try to keep their proposal on the down low. So no one will go crazy over it because, they have a class full of wackos. Anyway, the next day, they go to school and they are told that they need to prepare for their super moves so they can attend the provisional licensing exam. And, this is a pretty good timing for Deku, because he has a few super moves already installed because Soul Reaper and Quincy powers. Yeah. Deku is ahead of his classmates considering he took down a villain and that All Might had trouble dealing with, but people in his classroom are having a little trouble with something, because Tenya Ida had seen Stain on the news too, but he also saw him fighting someone he didn't recognize before, but then he flashes back until he realized that he saw the aura of the person fighting Stain. He saw Ichigo, somewhat. Due to hanging around with Deku, and Deku who's failing to contain his spiritual energy, Tenya has developed the ability to see ghosts, spirits, hollows, and whatever. So that has been going on, along with Momo, who had developed this ability from hanging around with Deku a lot. Yeah. I have no idea what their powers are going to be, except for maybe Ida. Yeah. And they have to go and train themselves, and Deku has been training his body and mental state for his powers. He's been constantly meditating, going into his mind space, where he keeps talking to his sword and his bow, both of which have a understanding of Deku's predicament and what he can do with everything. Deku says that he's going to be holding back the entire time he's at the provisional licensing exam because he doesn't want to hurt anybody. And frankly, everyone understands this. And a few weeks pass, everyone develops their moves, same as normal. Well, same as canon, and everything goes as normal at the provisional licensing exam. They meet up with Shiketsu High, I believe that's the name of the hero school that features Miss Joke, the hero that Aizawa's constantly shipped with, because they are polar opposites. I kind of understand that. Anyway, And they all recognize Deku, and frankly, they are worried about what he can do considering he took down that villain. But they are also very curious about how it's that weird move he had where he was engulfed in flames. But they decided to discard this because they don't know what Deku's capable of. First round of provisional license exam is battle against the other students. They have to put pads on, and they get balls that if the pads are touched, they glow, and they have to get a certain amount of people out. Everything goes pretty much the same as in canon. So yeah, Deku basically he says they have to stay close to each other. Todoroki and Bakugo both leave because they're Todoroki and Bakugo. And Deku sees how they're about to be attacked, and he calls forth his bow. Oh, he goes, Black Rain! Shooting an entire volley of arrows that he can go. Oh, at the balls and slashing them. He's also throwing some of his own balls and defending them. Momoyarozu is defending as many people as she can. She actually produces shields all around the class, leaving everyone else to defend the upward positions. But then Shiketsu's tremor guy, I forgot his name, decides to break them all apart. Everyone is scattered throughout the testing area. Deku eventually meets up with Uraraka, who trips and falls. He saves her, and he goes, summoning his sword, Phoenix Wave, as the entire volley of balls are fired at him, along with other people's quirks, and using everything else he has. As he turns away, he notices that the Uraraka is about to put a ball on one of his pads. He grabs her arm and then smirks, going, You really think you could trick me so easily? And it turns out to be Kami from Shiketsu High. And she says, Wow, you and this Uraraka chick must be very close. Well, and then Deku says, more or less. It's just the thing is, your aura gives you away. Kami looking confused. Is very interested what he means. She hides herself as much as she can, but Deku keeps finding her eventually, and then an explosion comes forth of tape and balls that crash down. You notice that the real Uraraka, along with Hantasero, have come around. They all passed by placing balls on the people who were trapped over there. Everyone else goes the same. Momoyarozu, who really, he is in the same predicament she is in the canon anime, but she has a bit more training, and she was pushed a lot harder by being with Deku a lot. They've been helping each other out for a while, and she knows everything that she could possibly do. And yeah, she's running low on energy though, for quirk, so she has to finish this quickly. And really, they decide to have a huge speaker and send out Jiro's heartbeat wave through. They're knocking everybody out. Momoyarozu, with a little bit of energy, he manages to cuff the girl that he got in the anime. Hey, and she may be weak, but there is a little bit of something. Some martial arts that she learned from Deku, because grabbing the arm that the other girl, whose quirk is IQ, was going to use to attack Momo, and then she just flips her. She may be a little weakened by now, but she still has enough physical strength to compensate for her weakness at the moment. They all pass, they get there. Deku and Momo are really happy to see that each of them passed. The other students really see how close they are and are beginning to wonder what's going on. But they frankly had no time to think about this because of how the next test is immediately started. It's time for some rescuing. They have to go out and save some civilians. Deku, in this timeline, thanks to who was training from his parents since childhood, and due to his little motivation from having a girlfriend and all, fiance, he has now got a little bit more confidence, and he has a bit more empowerment when it comes to embracing a challenge. Sorry, I'm moving. It's a little uncomfortable in here. So he doesn't get much of a point deduction. They get as many civilians to the medical area as possible, but then Gang Orca attacks with his troops. Deku sees it and pulls out his bow, going, "Black Rain!" I mean, they're getting some of the people out, but people with cement shooters are getting some of those arrows and actually blocking them a little. Not exactly totally, since they're made of energy. Deku pulls out his sword and he goes, "Phoenix Wave!" Swinging his sword around, incinerating some of the concrete and knocking out a few people. Then it's Todoroki and the Wind Guy who are getting each other's way the entire time. And then Deku sees how one of Todoroki's flames is going to hit that Shiketsu guy, and he goes, "Arise, Silver Phoenix!" Coming forth, the great Phoenix flames, blocking the attack and going, "Wrath of the Firebird!" The Phoenix crashes down near Gang Orca, sending him back and knocking him out into the wall. And Deku's going, "What the heck are you guys thinking?" The entire test is over. Deku had finished scolding those two, and those two didn't pass, along with Bakugo being Bakugo. Because, yeah. Everything else goes pretty much the same as in canon. They get back, they're celebrating, and Deku gets a little notification from Bakugo saying that he wants to talk about all of Deku's power. And Deku tells Momo about this because he wants her to tell Aizawa and All Might about what's most likely going to happen because he knows Bakugo. With everything they know about to happen, Bakugo and Deku go to the site, and Bakugo is just so angry at himself for being captured by the villains. And not only did All Might's career come to an end, the day was saved by Deku, who was so much more powerful than All Might and Bakugo, that to the point that Bakugo was scared about what was up. He goes, "What happened to the useless kid I used to know? What happened to you?" And then Deku goes, "Well, almost dying does have a tendency to change you." And then Deku goes into the story about how he almost died and he got a little bit of a power-up from it. And Bakugo simply thinks that, how come Deku got this much more powerful? I don't get this. Deku simply goes, "Bakugo, you are strong, you are smart, you can't blame yourself for all this. This was going to happen either way. All Might was going to retire anyway, and I was most likely going to have to face off one in the end anyway. It was sooner rather than later. Like I would have hoped it would have been later because I need more time to train. Because frankly, my Bankai ain't that strong as it should be." And Bakugo simply thinks, "Ain't as strong as it should be? How much powerful are you going to get?" Bakugo just doesn't care about it anymore. He lunges forth with a huge howitzer impact at Deku. Deku, who shields himself with his Phoenix robe, which is a new move he came up with. Here you go. And Baku goes, "How is it that you've gotten so much more powerful? You were always behind me. You should have stayed behind me." And Deku simply goes, "Bakugo! Just because I was weak once does not mean I'm going to stay weak. I have gotten stronger, and you have to deal with it." And Deku goes to walk away, keeping it on the down low. And then Bakugo, just in a fleet of pure rage, destroys a few buildings in the district, and then decides to go walk with them, and Deku just punches him in the back of the head. He goes, "Bakugo, you really need to control that temper of yours." And they get found out by the teachers, and Bakugo is the one suspended for a few days, because Deku had never actually retaliated in the fight. He just calmed Bakugo down a lot. And this being Deku, who wasn't really suspended for a few days, so it's only Bakugo, and frankly, Class 1B's Monoma kind of gets on their case, and Deku just goes, "Shut up." And everyone's a little bit on edge because of what the heck Deku said, because he's normally nice, but Deku has been on edge because of what Ichigo had said once. That there may be more Iran cars lurking in the shadows, ready to strike. So Deku has to be on top alert, because he doesn't know what's going to happen anytime soon. With this in mind, they meet the big three. Mirio to Hagata, Quirk, Permeation. And he challenges the entirety of Class 1A to a fight. Deku just stands back because he thinks about this a lot. And just decided to sit back and wait for Mirio to take out everyone else. Because Mirio really wants to fight Deku one-on-one too. And then with Mirio defeating everyone in Class 1A who participated, Deku steps up, cracks his neck a little, then he summons forth a sword, ready to go. Your quirk was Permeation, Mirio, but I think this will do the trick. And Hook then goes, Phoenix World. He starts swinging his sword in a circle, kind of spinning it. I don't know the motion. Kind of like how you do with a bow staff. And an entire ring of fire engulfs them. And he goes, you see, this is a special move I've created because of a little area of what my flames can do. But luckily, I have a bit more tricks up my sleeve. Mirio, excited about this, is ready. He goes under, then up and under, up and under. He's basically trying to randomize his attack patterns so Deku can follow. And then Deku summons forth his bow and shoots upward. But they just hover in the air. With this in mind, Mirio goes around, and then Deku, who goes while Mirio's going to attack, he goes, closing his palm, he goes, World's Wrath. All the arrows and flames converge at one area, around Deku and Mirio. Mirio is sent back and is actually knocked out into the wall. And Deku wins. Everyone's surprised about how much more powerful Deku has gotten. And in just a short amount of time. And Deku he says, this is just some strength I've had all along, but could never tame. And this is what I'll use to become the #1 hero, Deku declares. Out of all the students and pro heroes, Mirio has been acknowledged as one of the most likely to become the next #1. And for Deku just to say this out loud, Mirio is excited to have some challenge. And he goes, well, kid, I hope you're ready and raring to go for the next time. This ends, and this is where Season 3 leaves off. Now, the next part will most likely be done by Destroyer 1997 for Season 4. For the beginning of Season 4. And I just want to say, Destroyer 1997, when you watch this, please know I won't be doing the sequel part until after the first arc of Season 4 is over. Might take a while. I'm sorry for the inconvenience of that. If you don't like that, I'm really inconvenienced. If you like this series, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know if you have any requests. I will be doing more of those soon. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Destroyer 97, I hope you excel. Nice, plus ultra. See you guys. Love you guys. I'm sorry. Weird. Anyway, have a great day. Plus ultra. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Thank you.